Byron Saxton. Seth Rollins defending his title, not against one opponent, but 3 others. It's going to be monumental.
I'll tell you what else is going to be monumental. The battle to settle the score. Jack Briscoe 15 championship on the line. Richie Steamboat one-on-one with Antonio Cesaro.
And guess what? That match is right now.
The following contest is a Jack Briscoe 15 championship match with an added stipulation. Sudden death overtime. Introducing first, the challenger from Luzerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 110 kilos, Antonio Cesaro.
Well, you gotta wonder how many opportunities Antonio Cesaro has to dethrone Richie Steamboat. Time and time again, Cesaro has come up short. But once again, another opportunity for the Jack
How many
Briscoe.
opportunities? This is a certified SmackDown superstar. Cesaro doesn't have to be here. Cesaro doesn't have to compete, but he's doing it because he knows he can and because he knows he has the ability to beat Richie Steamboat.
And his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is your Jack Briscoe 15 champion, Richie Steamboat!
This superstar, Richie Steamboat, is certainly on the cusp of greatness, and that championship certainly helps to prove that point. He is your reigning Jack Briscoe 15 champion.
I'll tell you what, this is a big-time feel, big-time match to kick things off on FCW this week. And if I know Richie Steamboat, like I think I know Richie Steamboat, he has over-prepared for this match because he understands the stakes at hand.
Certainly, this is what this match is all about, a Jack Briscoe 15 Classic for that championship right there. Now, Richie Steamboat is 3-0 against Antonio Cesaro in these matchups.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean a thing. Because those matches were in the past and this is the present. And the Antonio Cesaro you have tonight was not the same Antonio Cesaro from 6 months ago, from 2 months ago. This is a SmackDown superstar and a man who gets better every single day.
Oh, the elevation. Richie Steamboat coming out firing here on all cylinders.
And so is Antonio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see the timer there on the bottom of your screen. This is a 15-minute matchup. However, there is an added stipulation. If the score is tied at the end of the 15 minutes, there will be a sudden death overtime. Byron, there has to be a winner in this match.
Oh, this is the kind of match where conditioning means the world. We know Richie Steamboat's in great condition because he does this on an almost nightly basis. But Cesaro, I know for a fact, has upped his cardio, increased his sparring sessions. So I think both these men are really going to be tested in a good way.
Nice arm drag right there by Steamboat. Again, this has been the strategy that we've seen from Steamboat time and time again. Lateral press against Antonio Cesaro, and it certainly has been effective to come out strong. It's led to that 3-0 record against Cesaro, but Byron's certainly a different beast now that Cesaro has really established himself here on WWE SmackDown.
Exactly, it is a different beast, and I guarantee you Richie Steamboat knows that. And what's going to be interesting is to see the strategy that Richie employs, whether he opts for a more fast-paced offense, or whether he tries to slow things down and maybe throw Cesaro off his game.
You see how Cesaro there taking Richie to the corner to change the pace of this match. And that's sort of the methodical style that you see from Cesaro night in and night out, especially on Fridays on SmackDown. Very calculating and very deliberate in everything that Cesaro does.
Oh, there's nothing flashy about Antonio Cesaro, but everything he does is effective.
Whoa. Nice arm drag again by Steamboat.
You see that Richie is opting for that slow offensive strategy, at least here in the early going, which is working in his favor.
Their history is well documented, meeting against each other so many times. You got to believe that they might even know their reversals to the reversals by this point. And it'll remain to be seen who will come out on top here in this 15-minute or plus match. Nice takeover here by Cesaro. It started off a little bit quicker, is now slowed down as it should, I guess, with a 15-minute match. Now, this match cannot end right away. The falls can come via pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countout, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever comes out with the most at the end will be declared the winner.
But the key is the slower this match goes, I think the advantage lies in the corner of Antonio Cesaro, because that's the kind of match he loves.
Nice reversal there by Cesaro. Up and on, again down with those arm drags. Might be taking Cesaro out of his game plan here. The fact that Cesaro has spent much of this match so far on the mat.
Well, don't underestimate Antonio Cesaro by any means. I mean, Antonio has done his homework. He's done excessive homework. He knows what Richie Steamboat is capable of, and he understands, hey, if my first strategy doesn't work, I have several other go-tos that I can utilize.
Battle here for control. Both superstars trying to grab the head. And now a cover. Whoa! Wow. Look at Richie there using the speed to overcome Cesaro.
Oh! There it is! There it is! Cover!
And look at whether that was a wise move or just instinct. Richie Steamboat rolls out, preventing a potential cover.
Oh, but look how wise this is from Antonio Cesaro. Get Richie in that ring immediately and go for the pinfall.
Cesaro might have Steamboat here. Cover, the shoulders are down, and Richie kicks out. See the look there, Cesaro knew that he could have potentially pinned Steamboat if Steamboat didn't roll out, and again, you see Steamboat on the outside.
See, you got to remember what Richie Steamboat said last week, which sort of incited Antonio Cesaro. He almost called, more or less, Antonio Cesaro someone who's not a superstar. Richie said he's the one who's going to become a superstar after this match, and Antonio Cesaro, with all his success, came out here and expressed his displeasure with that comment, and that's why I think we're going to see a new and improved Antonio Cesaro here tonight. Oh,
whoa! Cesaro catching himself there on the apron. Dangerous territory. And out goes Cesaro. And Richie, I think, wants to join the party.
Uh-oh, high risk early on.
Going up top. Catching Cesaro. Both superstars are down. Can Richie maintain this momentum in this Jack Briscoe 15 matchup? We'll find out as FCW rolls on. Welcome back to Florida Championship Wrestling. You are watching the Jack Briscoe 15 Championship match. Antonio Cesaro in control against Richie Steamboat. As we take a look here, right before the commercial break, Richie Steamboat putting his body on the line, diving to the outside, catching Cesaro. But during the break, Cesaro turned the tide of the match and just launched Richie's throat right against the guardrail. And that's where we are right now. Cesaro maintaining that control against Steamboat.
It speaks to the volume and the importance of this match. Both these men really, truly want to settle the score between each other, and they're willing to step outside of each other's comfort zone to do as such.
Cesaro certainly doesn't care that he's 0 for 3 against Steamboat. A cover here. Oh. And I believe Richie might have been too close to the ropes.
All right.
So Cesaro trying again. The score is still 0-0. You see the timer there on the bottom of your screen. We are almost 2/3 of the way done here. However, ladies and gentlemen, an extra stipulation. If the score is tied at the end of the 15-minute matchup, it will go into a sudden death overtime.
But Cesaro's not thinking about that. Cesaro's thinking he's got, about 6 more minutes here to do something to Richie Steamboat that's going to certify him in a spot that's going to allow him to walk out of here with the Jack Briscoe 15 Championship.
The look of agony there on Steamboat's face. Very interesting submission hold. Certainly unpleasant to say the least there on Steamboat, trying to fight out. But the champion certainly having a hard time. Where is he? The shoulders are down. Catching Cesaro. Nice backslide. Cesaro's down. Oh, wow. European uppercut. Might have knocked out Steamboat.
Oh, it just shows you how quickly Antonio Cesaro can break the momentum of his opponent.
Certainly Cesaro with a very rugged, old school kind of style in the ring. Kind of a throwback to the wrestlers of yore, but certainly has been very effective in getting himself up to see him every Friday on WWE SmackDown. On the other hand, Byron, what a great victory it would be for Steamboat if he could somehow muscle out, pull off a victory. Shoulders are down. It's not looking very good right now for the champion.
You got to understand something about Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro is a man of honor. And when you question his honor the way Richie Steamboat did, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be very harsh repercussions. And that's the kind of motivation Antonio Cesaro has taken with him into this match.
You see there, ladies and gentlemen, time is slowly ticking away. And the score is still 0-0. Oh! Oh! Steamboat, I think, just...
Whatever just happened, it hurt, that's for sure.
Steamboat took a nasty tumble there. The fight is now back towards the apron, and again we see Richie going up top. Again catching...
It backfired. It backfired.
Cover! Oh, my! 2.5. Steamboat trying to get back. Oh, Cesaro catching Richie.
Oh, wow, nice counter.
Look at this by Cesaro. Oh. Action is fast. The action is intense, ladies and gentlemen, with the Jack Briscoe Classic on the line.
You get the sense Richie Steamboat is just, with everything he has left, trying to fight off Antonio Cesaro.
Down goes Cesaro. Steamboat here, lateral press.
No.
It's willpower here at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants it more? Steamboat perhaps, yes, trying again.
This hasn't worked out well. I don't know if this is smart.
Third time, maybe a charm. Nice drop kick. Can Richie make the cover? Shoulders are down.
No.
And again, Cesaro muscles out. No falls for either competitor.
If you think about Richie Steamboat, someone who has worked hard for the last 6 months to defend that championship, is this the night where his time runs out?
DDT! Is this enough? Is this enough?
No.
Cesaro lands a huge DDT to Steamboat, but unfortunately could not pick up the pinfall. And now this battle has made its way again to the outside.
Well, Cesaro's clearly dazed. Now you begin to think maybe Richie Steamboat's time hasn't run out. Maybe he's about to go 4-0.
You see the time, 1.5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! With brief hesitation allowing Cesaro to take action to turn the tide potentially. All it takes is one fall, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa.
Oh, what is this?
Nice roll up here by Steamboat.
This is getting into the nitty-gritty time now. We're just over a minute left to go in this match.
Oh, no one
1
home
minute
there.
remains.
Oh, nice counter. Antonio Cesaro blocked the kick. Tell me that's not a man who has been prepared for everything Richie Steamboat has.
Well, can Steamboat make it back into the ring here for this 10 count? Both of these superstars are winded, they're exhausted, they need to find it deep within.
Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen this.
Assault toe it. Look at Cesaro holding on.
Look at the power at this stage in the match. Hurry up, Antonio. Time's ticking.
Not much time left, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds left. Can Cesaro pick up a fall here?
Oh.
Wow. Time is about to run out. Cesaro is up. Getting Steamboat. The referee has stopped this match for the... I think there's still sudden death overtime rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, no falls have been gained throughout the 15-minute time limit. Thus, let the sudden death overtime begin.
Oh, a brief moment of respite for both of these superstars, but
Look at Cesaro. He's ready to go right now. And I don't know. I think Richie's out. Wait a minute.
oh, Sabat kick!
How did that happen?
Catching Cesaro! All it takes is one, Richie gets it!
Here's your winner and still Jack Briscoe 15 champion, Richie Steamboat!
What? And what could possibly be the quickest overtime in FCW history? I mean, we take another look right here in the first 10 seconds. Cesaro sizing up Steamboat for that God-style neutralizer. And Steamboat finds the deeper thing to hit that Sabat kick. Pick up the victory.
How in the world did Richie Steamboat have the wherewithal to recover enough to deliver that kick to Cesaro?
Richie Steamboat holding that championship high as he should. A hellacious match. Ladies and gentlemen, Richie Steamboat 4-0 against WWE superstar Antonio Cesaro.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that championship match was fantastic, our main event is sure to blow the roof off this place. A fatal four-way. Seth Rollins defending his title against 3 other top-flight superstars later on tonight. Don't go anywhere.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 225 pounds, Benicio Salazar.
Welcome back to Florida Championship Wrestling, and here's a new site for the FCW Universe. Benicio Salazar, Sam's Mask.
And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing in at 300 pounds, Bray Wyatt.
There is a pale horse on the horizon, and the rider, his name is Wyatt. You people, you don't even know, but you are on the brink of Judgment Day, and I am the Reaper. But don't get me wrong, man. You see, I love you. I truly do. I love you. But I will not save your world, man. I want to watch it burn. I want to watch it fry. And then you, my people, I want you to take my hand and stand inside the flames with me. And then together at the end, we will rejoice as a family, and we will dance on the ashes forever. Time is on my side.
The ominous words each and every week. spoken, almost prophesized by Bray Wyatt. It's hard to make sense of this superstar.
I'll tell you what, the more I hear from Bray Wyatt, the more I appreciate sitting next to you. That's saying a lot.
So look at Benicio Salazar trying to size up Bray Wyatt. Certainly easier said than done.
You know, it's like you part of you wants to buy into what Bray Wyatt preaches and spews, but you know that if you do, you're probably not going to enjoy the end result.
Yeah, the aggression immediately. Bray Wyatt, no love lost here for Benicio Salazar.
And that would be an example of the result.
Certainly Bray Wyatt believes in his self-righteousness.
It's gazing into the eyes of Benicio Salazar. What kind of man is Bray Wyatt? Oh, gosh.
No,
And he's just, look at, he's just admiring his work. He's clapping for himself.
I don't even know how to describe it, ladies and gentlemen. This is...
I'll tell you what, it's a little uncomfortable.
Oh, no, watch out. Oh! I mean, Bray Wyatt is, look how much Bray's enjoying this. Mocking Benicio.
And he just kissed him. He just kissed Benicio Salazar. Oh.
We might have to kiss Benicio Salazar's chances goodbye here.
Oh, that's a given.
Certainly an ominous presence in these walls of FCW and shaking the hand. I mean,
that's a disturbing man. That's what he is.
just look at the power of Bray Wyatt as we see how he completely dominated manhandled Benicio there. A huge splash in the corner, and then that kiss of death before putting away Benicio. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to commercial break, our FCW Divas champion Raquel Diaz is standing by.
Be a star. As you all know, I already am. But in WWE, being a star means not being a bully, right? And I bet none of you knew. I was actually bullied as a kid. Yes, the kids laughed at me because I dressed funny and looked weird. They didn't understand that I dress how I feel. When I'm sad, I rock my leather and I rock my studs. And when I'm feeling fancy, I rock my diamond rings. But you know what? It's okay. Yeah, it hurt. But look where I am now. I am the FCW Divas champion, and I am the most innovative woman WWE will ever see. So I encourage all of you, do not hate me because I am different, or because I'm fabulous, or because I'm glamorous, or because I am everything that all of you ever wanted to be. In fact, you should love me because I'm Raquel Diaz, and I always get to have my cake and eat it too.
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, fatal four-way matchup. Can Seth Rollins overcome the odds against three other competitors? We'll find out as FCW rolls on.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 215 pounds, Aiden English.
You are watching Florida Championship Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Aiden English, our resident thespian here in FCW. Certainly has opened up a lot of eyes in the back with the hard work and training, and certainly one way or another, he says he wants the world to know his name.
Well, perhaps he'll turn the FCW ring into his own personal Broadway show. Get it? Thespian? No?
And his opponent from Queens, New York, weighing in at 285 pounds, Colin Cassidy.
Standing almost 7 feet tall, Colin Cassidy made it abundantly clear to me here in the back before the show that he's been working really hard on perfecting what he calls a modified full Nelson slam. He calls it the East River Crossing. And he said that Aiden English better watch out.
You ever go to a party and that one guy walks in, and the moment he walks in the door, like the entire mood of the room changes? That's Colin Cassidy.
Aiden English certainly a tall order in front of him, literally and figuratively. Oh! It's 285 pounds, coming right at Aiden English.
Yeah, that's a mood changer for you.
Queens native certainly knows no other way to fight strong, and Aiden English certainly, whoa!
Oh, that might be the
Slam,
maneuver
no.
you're talking about.
That was the East River Crossing, came up just a little bit short. And again, maybe.
Maybe this time.
Oh, look at Aiden sliding out.
Okay, all right. Well, Aiden English obviously prepared for this match. Probably the biggest challenge he's had here in FCW.
Aiden English, the Chicago, Illinois native, has certainly made a name for himself in the relative short amount of time here in FCW.
Woo-wee.
We're talking about a man almost 7 feet tall. Colin Cassidy, and certainly pulls no punches whatsoever.
This is a much different Colin Cassidy than we've seen in previous weeks. I'm liking it here. I'm liking this extra level of aggression.
Aiden English, I don't know, fighting power with power is very wise for Aiden.
This won't be good.
Colin Cassidy, nice fall away slam, showing the FCW universe.
You know,
Phenomenal strength.
Cassidy told me his new motto is, I'm gonna get mine. I'm not sure what mine is, but I don't want to be there when he's searching for it.
For Aiden English, something, anything to get out of this predicament here in the corner.
Probably run.
There's the fight. Fight of the 23-year-olds. But a big boot just stops everything dead in its tracks.
A size 17 into your chest. That'll change the course of how you feel.
The look here.
Oh, here we go again. Another attempt. Is he going to get it?
Up and down. That's got to be it. The East River Crossing. The look there just says it all.
He's looking to use it.
Here's your winner, Colin Cassidy.
Certainly playing to his strengths. Incredible size and power of Colin Cassidy. Just completely dominates Aiden English as we see once again sizing up and setting up Aiden English for that East River Crossing. What are you laughing
He's
about?
spray painting the camera. That's how they do it in New York.
English certainly hasn't come to yet. An impressive victory for Colin Cassidy, putting FCW on notice. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Seth Rollins in what could be his most dangerous match to this point, a fatal four-way, a 25% chance of walking out, still the Florida Heavyweight Champion. Can he do it? We'll find out next.
The following contest is your main event. A fatal four-way for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first from Brooksville, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bo Dallas.
Welcome back to FCW. This is our main event of the evening, and this is certainly going to be one heck of a barn burner, a fatal four-way. Bo Dallas certainly wants to get back on top here at the FCW Mountain.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to see something very special here tonight with For the Best.
And his opponent from Johannesburg, South Africa, weighing in at 220 pounds, Leo Kruger.
Now, certainly ever the smug superstar, Leo Kruger. He's, what?
Not smug, the king. South African Aristotle.
Certainly not letting anyone see any hint of trepidation here going up against three other individuals. Leo Kruger certainly ready for action.
Well, if you're as proud as Leo Kruger is of his, look, the banner says it all. Former Florida heavyweight champion. When you've accomplished what Leo Kruger has accomplished, you can walk around and say what you want.
And their opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Cassius Ohno.
Certainly a dangerous wild card in this fatal four-way with probably the most dynamite elbow these walls have ever seen before. The vicious strikes with that rolling elbow. Cassius Ohno dubs the KO. Well, the moment it strikes, he could be the next Florida heavyweight champion.
You're right, Cassius Ohno could be the sleeper. He is the only man in this match to never hold the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Seth Rollins entering his mosh pit, getting set for battle, and what a battle it will be for the reigning Florida heavyweight champion.
Yeah, Seth uses that mosh pit-like feel to get hyped up, to get focused, and if there were ever a time to get hyped up and focused, that time is now.
Seth Rollins has been so many top flight 5-star matches in his heavyweight title reign, but never in a fatal four-way match. I mean, a 25% chance of coming out on top, Byron. Certainly the odds are not necessarily in Rollins' favor.
No, not at all. Seth Rollins has to work that much harder if he wants to leave the FCW arena tonight with the FCW Florida Heavyweight Championship intact.
Well, the fact that Seth Rollins, as you see the title held high, it's for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. When I mean 25%, the fact of the matter is any superstar can pin any other superstar and become the Florida heavyweight champion. So if Cassius Ohno were to pin Leo Kruger, for example, Cassius would be the next Florida heavyweight champion.
And every one of these men have their own personal motivation.
Whoa, quick roll
watch
here.
out. Leo Kruger has been obsessed with regaining the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Bo Rotundo, ever since that title was stripped from him, he's been working to try to get that title back. And of course, watch out, Cassius Ohno has never been champion.
Look at Cassius now trying to roll up. All four men here. Kind of hard to gain the upper hand when everyone's
hold on. This is not looking very good for Leo.
Certainly, all three of these superstars have a bone to pick with Leo Kruger.
Oh.
Leo Kruger,
That's not very
no
fair.
love lost. Trying to get rid of the former two-time Florida heavyweight champion. And you know, Byron, I got to ask you, when you have so many bodies, so many competitors clawing and going at one another, how do you gain the upper hand at all?
You got to pick your spots, and it's really hard, man. You got to keep an eye on three different guys as well as the guy you're going after. and just try to find some sort of leeway for 3 seconds.
Oh, look at Cassius getting flung over the ring steps.
What?
Seth Rollins putting his body on the line.
That's one way to
And
get rid of-
meanwhile, Bo knocking down Seth.
Well, now this is prime opportunity for Bo Dallas. Right here, right now. You got to do something quick while the other 2 guys have been stabilized.
Bo Dallas certainly here with something to prove to get back on top.
He's going for it.
Oh, and on the outside, Leo Kruger stopping Bo. No disqualifications, no countouts in a match like this, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's exactly the danger. Bo took a little too much time to pose and try to set up Seth Rollins.
Hold on a second. What? The referee just called for the medical trainer here. I'm not really quite sure what happened to Bo Dallas, but being tended to. But right now in the middle of the ring, Leo Kruger not wasting any time.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate whatever's going on, but if you're Leo Kruger, you can't pay attention to Bo Dallas. You got to realize this is your opportunity now to possibly pin the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Stomping away Leo Kruger right there on Seth Rollins. And now some extra help there with the referees on the outside. Bo Dallas certainly seems to be in a lot of pain, as is Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, can Seth Rollins recover and battle these odds? We'll find out as FCW rolls on. Is Bo Dallas going to the back here? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fatal 4-way for the Florida Heavyweight Championship in our main event. And right before we went to commercial break, Bo Dallas being taken to the back by the medical trainer and referees. His status is uncertain at this time, but the match continues.
But you're darn right, the match continues. And if I'm Leo Kruger, I'm ecstatic that I have the opportunity to essentially, for the time being, have a one-on-one contest with the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Oh my, Seth Rollins getting flipped about there. And as Seth Rollins goes to the outside, Cassius Ohno right there behind Leo. Reversal. Both of these superstars have scouted each other very well.
Multiple counters here.
One of the many reasons why Leo Kruger is one of two-time former Florida heavyweight champions in FCW history. And of course, a little showboating.
Yeah, I don't know if this is smart, Leo. I would hurry up and try to pin Cassius Ohno.
Strutting about here, maybe spending a little too much time.
It was a nice strut.
Oh, wait, what? Bo Dallas, ladies and gentlemen, almost crawling his way back into this match, and Leo Kruger taking full advantage here of the bruised and battered Bo.
Oh, whatever happened to Bo Dallas, apparently our medical staff felt that he was good enough to go, and here he is.
Look at the energy, finding that 5th gear. Nice power slam there. Bo Dallas coming back out of nowhere.
And this is how quickly the complexion of a fatal 4-way match can change.
Taking out 2 superstars at once. And Rollins, though, comes flying in.
Don't blink, you might miss something.
You've got bodies strewn about all over the place. Seth Rollins has men in both corners. Oh, no one home on the kick. And for Rollins, battling 1, 2, 3 men here.
Watch
But
out!
Bo with the spear!
Oh, we're gonna have a new champion right here.
Look at Bo covering up. Byron, I gotta wait. Was that spear meant there for Seth?
Hey, it doesn't matter. All you gotta do is pin one guy.
Now Cassius, though. Whoa! Innovative maneuver there to stun Bo Dallas. Now the ball is squarely in Cassius's court.
Oh no, sizing up Bo, it would appear.
This might not end well. Oh, look at Seth Bo wisely moving out of the way.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Oh, the KO! Wow, leveling Seth. And Kruger sneaking in, trying to pick up the victory.
So close.
Look at Kruger here. And now, Kruger turns around, Bo! New champ! Well, almost a critical mistake right there by Cassius. Made up for it, though. This match continues.
Non-stop action.
Oh! Cassius Ohno has just KO'd all three competitors.
A KO buffet in there.
Cassius might be a new champ. New champ, two.
No.
Oh my!
How close was that? Just in time, Seth Rollins, for the time being, has saved his Florida Heavyweight Championship.
The only man still standing, Cassius Ohno. Cassius can sense how close. Ooh!
Oh,
One too many times, perhaps.
so close, but so far away.
Seth Rollins is staggering. Can Seth recover here?
Seth, we've seen it so many times, his resiliency, his ability to deep within his soul to figure some sort of offense.
The fire here by Rollins. Full steam ahead. Throwing out Ohno like yesterday's garbage.
You hear the thud Ohno's body made?
Bo, no one home on the spear.
Oh, you know what Seth is thinking.
Oh.
That look is in his eyes.
High-ranked district here for Rollins. Oh, but Kruger seizes the opportunity.
This could be bad.
Rollins, no reversal. Another one.
Watch out!
Oh, no one home. That's Kruger now. Gosh. Blackout. The blackout.
In the middle of the ring.
Rollins connects
Yes.
and retains the championship.
Here's your winner and still Florida Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins.
Week in and week out. For a second, it looks like Seth Rollins cannot overcome the odds. And yet here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins still maintaining possession of the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
It's like Seth Rollins has the innate ability to thrive on opposition, no matter what the odds. A 25% chance of victory, and yet once again, Seth Rollins stands tall in the middle of that ring.
Non-stop action here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see again the fact Cassius Ohno leveled everybody there with the KO, but not to be. And all it took was one blackout for Seth Rollins to keep Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Perhaps, just perhaps, Seth Rollins is on his way to not just being known as a great champion, but perhaps the greatest champion in the history of Florida Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, a match 1 year in the making. Dean Ambrose, William Regal, one-on-one next week. Byron, we've got Hall of Famers Jim Ross and Dusty Rhodes here to call all the action. Folks, brace yourselves. It's going to be a good one.
That's all the time we have. By the way, the 14th day of the suspension, but on the cover of the new Souvenir Pictorial Review for Championship Wrestling, it's Dusty Rhodes. Till next week, Gordon Solie saying so long.